Okay, so Thursday morning. Not a great deal of gym work today, so I'm going to do a few sets of abs. So I've got 3 sets of 10, couple of sets of grippers, and then the main event is not going to be on film at all. It's going to be 8 repeats of 200 meters. So the pace is set at 1 minute for 200 meters, and then 1 minute rest. Okay. Obviously, I'm not going to film all that. It can be outdoors. But yeah, I think I'll film the ab work and the gripper work, and then maybe at the end I'll do a little dead hang. So I want to get into dead hanging. One of my videos received a comment, do dead hangs, and yeah, I think it's a good idea, no doubt about it. Okay, so I've got a little 2-minute timer, and it's set. I've got 30 kilos on the pulling machine. Now, the weight on the pulling machine doesn't really mean a great deal. There's so much friction involved that you can't really compare it to a different machine or whatever. But I think if it, on the same machine, then obviously you can progress it. Okay, so 3 sets of 10. That's all I've got. So 30 kilos. I think we'll go for a set of 10. I believe. Yeah, not bad. Quite hard. So yeah, this is my favourite abdominal exercise, really. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best one, but it's my favourite one because it's so easy to set up and so easy to progress it. Whereas a lot of the other stuff, it's quite difficult to progress. So I'm not convinced that leg raisers significantly work abdominals. Yeah, they do to a certain extent, but I think they're more of a hip flexor movement. The ab wheel is very good, but it's quite hard to progress it. Yeah, and I feel that the ab wheel is slightly more on the lower abs, and this pulling machine is more on the upper abs. Now, whether or not that's an illusion, I'm not sure, but I tend to notice that if I've not done ab wheel for a long time, and it is a thing that I often neglect it, and I just do it. So this is pretty much a constant, yeah. But the ab wheel I do it sporadically. I notice that if I've neglected the ab wheel for a while, and I go back to it, it tends to be that I get the soreness in the lower abs. So I'm going to guess that this is more effective for the upper abs, but that might be an illusion. Maybe you cannot differentiate between lower and upper abs. But that's my subjective experience. Okay, that's it. Easy peasy. Quite hard at the end. Quite hard. Okay, so grip work. Give me a second, a bit of chop. Bring out chop. Grip, grip, grip. There you go. So I find with grip work that your best results come from doing plenty of reps. It seems to, the progression seems to come relatively easier if you stick at the low weights or the lower tension and do plenty of reps. Okay, so let's have an EMOM. 1 minute timer. So £100, easy peasy. So it's following a program, following a progression, 2 sets of 10. So let's say EMOM. Yeah, these are so easy. I'm doing 2 sets on the same minute. It's not difficult at all. So I'm doing quite a few sessions of this gripper. I'm doing 3 a week on the grippers. So I run Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and on those run days I just do a little bit of the easy training. So today a bit of abs and grippers, Tuesday and Sunday a bit of neck, calf and grippers. Okay, this is not hard. Okay. So 150. If you can see that at all, is that visible to you? So a couple of sets of 8. Should be easy. Yeah, I think I'll do them both on the same minute. Yeah, nothing to it. So yeah, training 3 times a week on the grippers. You know, I don't have to push it on any particular session. Just make sure that I, touch some difficulty at some point. So the next set actually is going to be difficult. Okay, so this last one, missing a gripper, can't believe it. This one, got it. That's 200 if you can see that. Is that visible? Maybe. Okay, this will be a tester. This will be hard. So I've got 5 reps written down. I don't know how many I'll get. Yes, I heard I don't think you could hear it, but I could hear them all click. Okay, what I get with the left hand, I don't know. So I find on the gripper work that as soon as I go to heavy, you know, at this moment in time, it's 200 pounds, it's quite difficult for me now. But as soon as I go to these sort of like low rep stuff, the left hand lags considerably. I'll just do I'm going to do 5, but some might be partials, let's say. Two, 3. I think I've probably got about 3 that close there. So I write 5 down with an asterisk. So that means that, you know, I attempted 5, but whether or not 5 close is a different matter. But whatever I get with the right hand, you know, generally speaking, I'll attempt it with the left hand. Even though some of those reps are definitely subpar, definitely not good enough. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'm going to end up with a hang of 30 seconds, that's it. Yeah. So I looked this up on AI. Yeah. How much you can trust AI at this moment in time, I'm not sure. You know, I use DeepSeek and ChatGPT. You know, it's all completely free stuff, so I don't know. I don't think that they are the oracle of absolute truth and wisdom, but they tend to be not bad, in my experience anyway. You know, you can get decent answers from them. And I simply asked, you know, what's the best form of dead hanging? So wide grip, medium grip, or V handle, and it said V handle. Okay. So, you know, it gives you an in-depth breakdown of, you know, an explanation of why, you know, which I'm not going to regurgitate. I've not memorised it. I just took the conclusion. V handle. So, okay, we'll stick with it. That's good enough for me. So, my dead hangs, I'm going to do the V handle. And interestingly enough as well, so I asked this exact same question regarding the pull-ups. With the pull-ups, it seems to be much more nuanced. So there are advantages to both to all different styles. You know, so but, overall, it still came out with the same answer. The V handle is your best bet. But it wasn't quite so obvious. Apparently, the wide grip is good for your outer lats, if that's the thing, your lat sweep. Okay, I put a stopwatch on, so let the stopwatch run down to about 30, and then I'll finish the minute, hopefully. 20, hard to see it. That was fairly easy, really, not massively difficult. So I'm going to do another set of 30 seconds. So I suppose this is all, you know, having done the gripper work, you know, this is gonna be even more gripper work, let's say. So I imagine the previous, you know, the previous gripper work makes the dead hangs a bit harder, but I'm not really going for absolute records on dead hangs. I'm just gonna, I'll let them to 2 minutes now. I'm just gonna do work up to a few sets of 30 seconds. That's my first protocol anyway. So as soon as I get 3 sets of 30, then I'll think about it. 56, 57, 58, 59. Okay. That's 2 lots of 30 seconds. That'll do for an initial foray. So, as I said, next time I'll do 3 sets of 30 seconds. But you know, so I read. You know, there's no great benefit in doing one massive agonising set. Well, there might be some, you know, some benefit, but apparently you get just the same results by doing, you know, a few easier sets. So at the end of the day, I'm not doing this for you know, to be the greatest dead hanger. I'm sure being a good dead hanger helps your pull-ups. Yeah, must have some good effect. But you know, I'm not personally too interested in being a good dead hanger. I just want the mobility. So I'm doing this for my OHP more than anything else. But you know, general health. You know, I've heard the dead hang described as a poor man's chiropractor. And that sounds pretty good. A poor man's chiropractor. So yeah, I definitely can't afford to be throwing loads of money at chiropractors. So dead hanging it is. Okay, that's good stuff. But you know, the main event today is going to be 8 sets of 200 meters. You know, fast and hard. So let's go for it. Okay, bye.